Hello.
Hey. Oh, wow, we're back in this new year, 2025.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
It
everyone.
don't
How we feeling? How we
it don't
feeling?
it doesn't seem like it's a new year to me. I'm still, like, signing stuff 2024.
Oh no, ironically, I've been signing things 2025. I thought I was gonna make the same mistake for a bit, but nope, I'm right in this new year, baby.
Ooh, yeah, we see
Yes.
what you're gonna bring.
Oh my God. I didn't make well, I don't know about you, Mika, but I didn't make any New Year's resolutions. I don't even think we asked each other about that. It's just like, girl, I'm happy to
Oh,
see a new year, girl. Get me through.
yeah, yeah, I said for this year, just peace.
Peace,
Peace
peace.
and
Yes.
positivity.
Yes, manifestation,
Yeah,
peace, tranquility,
yeah,
rest,
yeah. I
money.
I I am gonna do a little like, an outline. I do love to do a nice outline of my goals, so I might write some stuff down, and
I
we'll
like a little
see.
outline. I was gonna do
Mhm.
a vision board. I said, girl, I don't got time. It's up here. I know what I want. I see what I see.
Oh, every time I do a vision board, I don't even pay
It's
attention to
fun,
the
girl. I
vision
don't even
board.
look at it though. No
Yeah.
shade, no tea. But I was like, oh my God, girl, where's my vision board I made?
No. But I am doing some things. Huck is starting. We're doing another 52-week movie challenge, so I am
Mhm.
committing to that. So that's one thing I'm hoping to complete in 2025. I did it last year too, and got pretty far along. I think like 80%. So I'm gonna try for 100% this year.
Oh, very nice. Huck, if you listening, she telling you she's gonna try for 100. Let's see.
Oh yes, and Huck did put up his list. So if anyone wants to follow along for the 52-week challenge, take a look.
Oh, Amika, wait a minute. You saw me in love with horror was doing a book club, right? I want to try and see if
Oh
I can get
yes,
into that.
yes, yeah. Because we wanted to start. Yeah, get back more into my reading. Yeah, I
Yeah, you
want to try.
guys, less screen time, more. Let me get back to my books. We have so many books
Yeah,
Mika and I have purchased that have been collecting dust on our bookshelves and is beyond unacceptable at this point.
yeah. So at least my aim is probably to get back. I could do more than that, but at least one book a month.
Yep,
That'd
I
be
agree.
good.
That's on my list. I definitely want to do that. Oh, escapism too, girl. Woo,
Mm.
yes, love it.
Okay, so should we start with what we're drinking?
Oh yes! Oh my gosh, you guys! Yes, of course we're drinking tea. You guys should have no doubt. Mika and I have matching mugs tonight. Oh, love it! I'm
Oh, I
not
think
even
we
a
got it
child.
here.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Go. Yeah, go.
Boop.
Boop.
Oh, I love it. That
We did
works.
it.
It's better than we did before. You guys, we're gonna master that. That's one of our New Year's resolutions. Um,
Mhm.
I do want to highlight what we're drinking. And so, oh my God, very kindly, we were sent a variety of tea blends from a friend of a friend, Shelly. Shout out to Shelly,
Mhm.
who is the owner of Rise Yapan. Yapan, I hope I'm saying that tea. And we're drinking the Strawberry Zen Tea Blend. Her company is based in Edgewater, Florida. And I do want to read this because I think it's such a fun fact. She stated that we grow and manufacture all our tea in Florida from North America's only caffeinated plant, Yappen. So I think that's just such a fun little fact that I wanted to share. Shelly, thank you so kindly for sending us the variety of tea blends that we can't wait to delve into. And tonight we are loving the Strawberry Zen Tea Blend. Thank you.
Yes, it's so good, so good. Oh, and also I can share my hat.
Oh, I love it. I'm so mad you
Yeah.
guys didn't pick one up while we were at this street vendor fair.
Yeah, it says in my tea era.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
I thought it was fitting to go with our
I
drinks.
know, I'm so upset. Although I think maybe I can order it. Did we take a card from that vendor? I hope so.
I think so. Yeah, we should get matching ones. That'd be
I
cool.
know that'd be cute. Twinsing, twinny.
Yes. So
Mhm.
cute. Oh, we got hi Justin. How are you? Want to say hi? Hey Justin, how are
Girl, joining
you?
us on this Monday, and we appreciate it.
Oh yes, yes. So Kira, do you want to tell everybody what we're going to be discussing tonight?
Oh yes, so you guys, with 2024 coming to an end, and oh my God, I feel like that year flew by. My goodness, but with 2024 coming to an end, Mika and I decided to just kind of we wanted to do an episode highlighting some of our favorite female performances of the past year, and be mindful, you guys. Oh my God, we could have had a list of 30, 40, 50
Mm-hmm.
actresses that had stellar performances throughout the year. We were blessed with some really good films last year that were
Yes.
female centric, for sure. There are films that we enjoy that didn't make the list.
Yep.
And then there are films that we have yet to see that are on our list to still watch. And so
Mhm.
this is just 10 of our favorite female performances that we wanted to discuss. share with you guys, and please add your recommendations
Yes.
as well. You guys don't come for us if you see someone that you
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
It's our list, you guys. Please be
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what I always say, and I don't care because I always say it is what I like, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? So these are our favorite
Yes, yes.
performances. Let us know if you've seen them. And like Kira said, give us your recommendations. Like you said, there was so many great performances. So we just want to highlight a couple favorite from the year, and I think we across a various amount of genres too with these
Oh yeah, very
selections.
mixed. I think there's hopefully something for everyone. But if
Mhm.
anything, this list should actually, hopefully, if you've seen it, you can add to the conversation about the particular film. And if you
Mhm.
haven't, we're hoping that we can convince you to give the film a view because it's
Yes.
definitely worth it, in our opinion, everyone that we chose.
Yes. Oh, and let me just say, Justin. Justin said, "Okay, going to say my thoughts on The Substance. Very messed up movie. However, Demi did deserve the award." Oh yeah.
Oh, love it. Can I
Oh.
ask Justin, when you say messed up in the sense of you thought the movie, like what were your thoughts on the film? You liked it or you disliked it? I
Mhm.
definitely agree that Demi did deserve the award. You might see The Substance on our list, but
Mhm.
kind of give us a little bit more. Did you like the film overall? Did you not like the film but liked Demi's performance?
Mhm. Yeah, that was yeah, and so excited that she got the award.
Come on.
Yes.
Long overdue.
Yeah.
Long overdue.
Yeah. And she said it herself too, right? 45 years in the game.
Oh yeah, and I think that just is a testament with regards to how long people can be in the fields, like doing their craft and not actually reaping. I mean, of course, the work is its
Mhm.
own reward, but
Yeah.
actually being given something that says on a grander scale that, oh, we validate the work you've put out and
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
appreciate it and we see you. Come on,
Mhm.
we've been seeing Demi, but we love to
Mhm.
see it.
Yeah. And we have Paul. Hi, Paul. He said,
Hi,
"Hi guys,
Paul.
long time no see. So happy to see Demi got the award." Yes, we've been saying
Yes.
that. I know
Mhm.
our girl.
And didn't
I
we
know.
all love her acceptance speech? Come on, Demi, get
Yeah.
rid of the measuring stick.
I
Yes.
know. And I love seeing the reaction from her daughters watching her accept the
Oh, and
reward.
granddaughter, right?
Oh, and granddaughter. Yeah.
The generation.
I love the
Yeah.
generations. Oh, that was so
Mhm.
beautiful. Yeah, I loved it.
Love
Okay,
to see
so I
it.
guess we'll get right into it because as me and Kira say, we're here for what, Kira?
We are for a short time, a fun time, not a long time. Yes, we're gonna start get in it, and that's it.
Oh, yes. Justin said, "I loved it, but it's very hard movie to rate upon first watch. One thing for sure, I wanted to reach through the screen and slap Dennis Quaid." Oh,
Oh,
yes.
100%. I think me and Mika must have said that a million times, like Dennis Quaid
Uh-huh.
character in that chewing scene.
Yeah, I said the nerve, the
The
audacity.
audacity of this aging man to be
I
criticizing
know.
anyone on looks
Ugh, okay.
and being beyond their prime. I
I
digress.
know. I digress. Okay, so we're just gonna start. Oh, hey Tyrone.
Hey, Tyrone.
Okay, so first up, and I'll make me and Kira tiny.
Oh, yay. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
Petite.
start. Okay, so
Oh,
first
yeah.
up.
688. Now, okay, I have to say, you guys, this is a film that came out last month, December, right? Like, it got in there
Mhm.
right before the end of the year.
Right at the end of the year.
Yes, made it. And what I will say too, honestly, Mika, before we jump into these films, a lot of the films that we shared were films that didn't get any recognition yet this award season. And again, I think they all are worthy of awards. But I kind of want to highlight that because it's interesting with regards to how you take all of these films that come out and try to narrow down who should be nominated or not. Like
Mhm.
all of these ladies are award worthy, in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah, great performances. So I'll give a little synopsis of it, Kira. So I said the film was written and directed by Tyler Perry. We did have
You know, sorry, you know guys. The reason why we laughing is I was so taken aback that Tyler Perry like wrote and directed this. I mean, for me, this speaks to what he's capable of in terms of writing, in my opinion. This is the type
Mhm,
of films from him I would love to see more of. I
mhm.
digress.
Yes. So as I said, the film is written and directed by Tyler Perry, and it tells the story of the 688, who was the first and only women's Army Corps unit of color to serve overseas in World War II. Yes.
Oh
And
yes, and they had the impossible task. Oh, I'm sorry, Mika. Did I cut you off?
oh no, go ahead, girl.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh,
They
no.
had the impossible task of sorting through over 17 million pieces of mail, and they were given an unrealistic timeline of 6 months, but were able to do it within 90 days. Come on, Black women, we know what we can do. I just have to say that they were able to do it, and then also in a time where they faced racism that was
Mhm,
blatant and
mhm,
evident, as well as sexism, right?
mhm, mhm,
So in impossible circumstances, we're able to manage this task.
mhm. And
And oh, sorry, Mika.
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead, girl.
Oh yeah, and then I would want to highlight specifically like the entire female cast of this film was exceptional in terms of
Yes,
their overall performances.
yes.
It was really hard to kind of single out any one in particular, but we had to specifically highlight our girl Kerry Washington. Is there a film, a series, TV series she can't dominate in? I don't know.
I know. I loved her performance, and this kind of reminded me because me and Kira saw her on Broadway in American Son, which
Oh,
was a great performance. She was awesome in that. But I noted because you guys referring to my notes, I noted that Washington's power performance was the standout in the movie. She commanded the screen, the emotion. I just loved her in this film. And Kira, you mentioned that she did a lot of research for the character, right?
Oh, yes. So she plays Major Charity Adams, and she had noted in an interview that she was particular about making sure that she paid a respectful homage to her in terms of like mannerisms, her tone, just the way she kind of just moved about, right? So
Mhm,
wanting to honor that authentically.
mhm,
And in watching the film, like she is so commanding on screen,
mhm,
and you're led to believe and understand how difficult a task this was for her to be able to ensure that they succeeded and they were able to do this job despite all the adversity they experienced. And I felt that like Kerry
mhm.
Washington dominated in this role,
Yeah.
every single scene,
Mhm.
100%.
Oh, yes, yes, and because of what like you said, what was stacked against them, that's why she was so hard on, this group of women that were under her charge because they didn't have the luxury to not get it right, you know what I mean? Especially during that time. And like you said too, the cast was just stellar. The supporting cast behind Washington was just stellar. So this is
Oh,
one, like you
definitely.
said, we highly recommend, and we had to put on our list. It was a late edition, like Kira said, later in the year, but we enjoyed it. Uh,
And
oh, go ahead,
also,
Kira.
yeah, one thing that I have to highlight because I don't think we've mentioned this yet. No, we didn't mention this yet.
Mhm,
Is that I told Mika I was so dismayed that I didn't know their story.
mhm.
And
Oh,
so this is
yeah.
an example of a film that I want to see more of because it better informed my history
Mhm,
as an African American woman, as a Black woman, that I
mhm,
didn't know their story. And I'm humbled to know it now. So
mhm.
I want to put that out there.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. Yeah, I loved it. We have some comments. Oh, hey, Dell.
Hey,
Dell said,
Dale.
"Just watched 6 888. Great performances across the board. Better than Perry's usual." Yes.
Yes, Dale. See, Dale understands what we mean by that, right?
Yeah, he get what we
Yes.
were saying, 'cause it's
Wow, Tyler Perry. Okay.
and then Holland. Hey,
Hey,
Holland.
Holland. It's always so good to see you.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that was our first film. All right, so going right into our second film, and that's going to be Fancy
Oh,
Dance.
Fancy Dance. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Yes.
Yes, so I love this film, and I think this is one that may have fell under the radar a little bit last year. It's on Apple TV. I think if you still want to view it, that's where you can check it out. But it stars Lily Gladstone, who, if you're familiar with Lily Gladstone, she played in Killers of the Flower Moon, one of our favorite TV shows from last year, Under the Bridge. Just
Certain Women. That was also
certain
a
women.
very underrated film.
Yes, certain women, just a great, great actress, and I can't wait to see more of what she'll give us. But a little bit about the film: it was directed by Erica Tremblay. This is her directorial debut. So for a directorial debut, wow, I can't wait to see what else she's going to give us. The film follows Jax, who Lily Gladstone plays Jax's character, who's caring for her niece Roki, They both live on a reservation, so it follows an indigenous community as well. And she's caring for her niece while her sister is missing currently. So everything that's occurring in this film is you have her trying to make ends meet because she's left taking care of her niece. We don't know where her sister is. She's missing. Because as an indigenous population, she isn't getting the response that she needs from local law enforcement, which the film does highlight because we do know, unfortunately, that a lot of indigenous people, especially on reservation women, go missing in huge numbers, and there really seem to be attention drawn to it. At the same time as well, she's trying to get her niece ready for the annual mother-daughter powwow, which, if you can imagine, is difficult because we don't know if her mother is going to show up or not. But just a great movie. I love the relationship between Jax and Roki, and Isabel Delroy Olsen plays Roki, and she also is really, really great. Such a young talent, and I can't wait to see what she does next. But Lily, to me, is just
captivating.
Just a standout actress. She a lot of times it's what she doesn't say. Her mannerisms, her facial expressions just all convey such emotion. And I think she just does such a great job with this role. I just really enjoyed it.
Agreed. Yeah, I agreed exactly with what you just said, Mika, in terms of she's an actress where she doesn't have to say a lot to convey the emotion. Like you feel exactly what she's going through, almost what she's thinking, just based off of what she's wearing on her face.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, side note, the cats just jumped up behind my piece of art, so hopefully they don't
knock it down. My goodness.
Knock it down.
My cats are acrobats. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And only active when we doing streams.
It's unreal to me.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
From slumber to high intensity.
Yeah, and I did a note for Fancy Dance. I said it's a rich character study to me that explores the impact of how when you permanently marginalize communities, a community, what those effects could be. So again, it's another compelling story, much like 6888, that I think it brings awareness to what's occurring.
Oh yeah, and thankfully this director gave it voice so that the more people, more of the masses can actually understand and take in what's a reality for most indigenous communities.
Let me see who came in. We got some people coming in. Dell said, I need to see Fancy Dance. Oh yes, it's really good. And it's on Apple TV, Dell.
Tyrone, I think, said that.
Tyrone.
Both Tyrone and
Dell. Tyrone and Dell. Yep, Dell said the same thing. Oh, and then just Paul said, hi to everyone. Okay.
Nice. Yeah. Ooh, next up.
I know Tyrone saw this one, so I'll be curious to see his thoughts. The Wasp.
Oh, among our favorite of the... you know what? This I've never enjoyed. It's been a long time since I've enjoyed a film this much, I must say, with regards to The Wasp. And even utilizing... you'll understand why it's titled that even more so with regards to like the imagery and how that insect interplays in terms of the plot of the film. But oh my God, how much fun was this film, Mika?
Ooh, so good. So this film is, what I would say to this about this film is, this is one you should go into blind. If you aren't familiar with it, don't watch any trailers, don't read anything about it. Just go into this one blind. Highly recommends. But this is a psychological thriller. It stars Naomi Harris and Natalie Dormer. So great in this film. And it's directed
together.
Yes, perfection. And it's directed by Morgan Lloyd Malcolm. And the script is based off of her adaptive play that she did in 2015. In the film, would you say in some scenarios it does kind of feel like reads like a play to me?
Oh, I would agree. Like, there's a lot of dialogue in this movie between both of the women, both of our main characters. And there are scenes, specifically those that occur in the residence, I'll say, in Heather, Naomi's character's home, that really reads like that play format in terms of just that one room, one setting, and the dialogue back and forth.
Mhm. So the film, like as we said, follows Heather, which Naomi Harris's character plays, and Carla, which is Naomi Dorma plays that character. So it follows these two women who've been out of touch for a number of years. They knew each other when they were younger as kids, attended the same school, reconnects when Heather reaches out to Carla for a proposition. And
Yes, we're not gonna do any spoilers, you
yeah, not
guys.
gonna do any spoilers, but the this is
You did what I will say is you don't see a lot coming. How about that? And like
yes.
every time you think you have a pulse, particularly on what's going to happen, it does a complete 180.
Mhm,
And even when I thought I was being led to, oh, okay, I see what's going to transpire, what's going to happen, I was completely wrong and
mhm.
redirected throughout many, many moments of this film.
Oh yes, yes. Like you said, I said it's like a cat and mouse game. I love the twist and plots. The oh my,
I
did
heard
you hear
that.
the
That's okay.
okay,
Yeah.
yes, the cats.
Background noise.
I said I know you heard that. That was crazy. Yes, but the performances from both Naomi Harris and Natalie Dormer, oh, chef's kiss. This is so good. I love how they play off each other, the dialogue, just amazing performances. Some of our favorite, they're on the list, favorite performances of the year. So
Oh,
good.
yeah, just, like, biting the dialogue, like, even at moments when they're just speaking to one another, that banter back and forth, when,
Mhm,
moments of tension and they're going back and forth, it was even hard for me to decipher with regards to, gosh, who between the 2 is right, is wrong, like, where are we going with this? Like, yeah, a
mhm,
lot is unearthed is what I will say, and I can't even imagine neither of these actresses not being in this film. It was perfectly casted.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
And Tyrone said The Wasp was an honorable mention for me in 2024. Loved it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Tyrone. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And this is one I didn't hear too many people talking about. I know there was a lot of movies, so this one might have fell under the radar, but highly, highly recommend The Wasp.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So moving along. His three daughters.
So good. I feel like, Mika, this is another film, Netflix. You can actually still watch it currently.
Mhm,
You should
mhm,
watch it. This was another film where I did see it made like some people's lists with regards to people who watched it thoroughly enjoyed it, but still a film that I think maybe perhaps has fallen off of people's radar, or more or less we're hoping more people see it just based off of you have to see it. That's how good it is.
mhm.
And ideally, before you jump into it, we are kind of highlighting each and every one of their performance. All
Um,
three
all three.
women were like amazing in this film.
Yes. So the film is directed by Azazel Jacobs. The
You
film
said that
stars
right. You said that
I
right.
said it right. I know I'm always looking to get the names right. The film stars Carrie Coon, Natasha Lyonne, and Emily Olsen. They play three estranged sisters who have to come back together to take care of their ailing father, who's currently on hospice. And as Kira said, these three actresses, each performance was a masterclass in acting. I think this film, just watching these three actresses give like quality work, and I think the runtime is 100 minutes,
Very
and
quick. Yeah.
yes, and each character so complex. They did a great job just with these performances. Stella, each actress was amazing.
Oh yeah, and I think that the subject matter overall is pretty tough in general. I
Mhm,
think
mhm,
it highlights perfectly, because if there's a film that can really show how palpable grief is and how we as individuals don't know how to navigate that at all, and we do the best we can, and particularly in families, whether they're siblings or just those family dynamics, we might all have a different way of how we see things, perceive things, what we expect from one another in
mhm,
these trying times. So I
mhm,
think like it really does a good job highlighting how we navigate through grief to the best of our ability. And each actress in this film takes on a different way in which they process it. And
mhm.
each of them initially think that they're doing it the right way. And they understand
Yeah,
by coming together that it's important to acknowledge each one's truth, even if it's not shared and it's not your own. And so
mhm.
that was like done extremely well.
Oh yeah, agree with what you're saying. Like you said, it's about confronting as a family past issues, healing those family bonds. A lot of that laughter in this film, a lot of tears. But as you said too, I also loved how each daughter had their own experience, as we all do if you have siblings with your parent and what that parent represents to you. And then when you're, like you said, tasked with illness, how we process that and how we ultimately realize sometimes we have to lean in on those family relationships in order to process the grief. And I just loved each character, like I said, was so different as family members are, as siblings are. We each come to the table with our own selves. So this was really, really a
And
great
and
movie.
again, I can't imagine after watching this film any other actresses playing
Hmm. Hmm.
the roles that they took on. Oh, wow.
Hmm. Yeah, and we talked about the Wasp and that being based on the stage play. This was kind of reminded me of that as well.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
because the majority of the film, if not all of the film, honestly,
Mhm.
takes place in the apartment in which their father resides, and all 3 of them inhabiting this space that he's in while he's dying.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So our next film, of course, is Maria.
Oh my gosh, can I my goodness. I'm gonna have to say this film was a pleasant surprise. What I will highlight is I knew who Maria Callas was. I didn't know. So I knew Maria Callas, the opera singer. I had
Mhm,
no idea about Maria Callas, the opera singer. And what I mean
mhm.
by that, I had no idea about the depths of the life she led and how sad,
So sad,
honestly,
so sad.
her life became in her later years.
Mhm.
She's someone who passed away very early at the age of 53, and the film Maria follows her in the week before her death. And so we
Yeah.
already get that information prior to embarking on this journey that the film takes us on. But it's quite powerful. It's a quiet film in the
Mhm,
sense that
mhm,
it's not a lot of action. There's no pretense to it, but it's
mhm,
a beautiful film.
mhm.
And Angelina Jolie, my God, like is
Yeah.
back in full
Yeah,
force.
so good to see her
Dominating this
back
film.
and with this material and this performance.
Oh yeah, and I think it was the director is Paul. I think I'm saying that right.
Pablo
Hopefully,
Larraín.
yeah, Pablo Lorraine. Thank you. And
Mhm.
this is like kind of connecting his trilogy. He did Jackie, he did
Yes.
Spencer, and now Maria. And if you
Mhm,
haven't seen Jackie and Spencer, oh my gosh, equally stellar
mhm.
bodies of
Yeah, I
work.
love this trilogy. Yep.
Oh, like perfect lens with regards to bringing women in history's story to the big screen, small screen, but big screen,
Mhm.
honestly. But the one thing that I loved about this film is you're following Maria Callas in the week before her death,
Yeah.
and you hold the fragility of who she is truly as a
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
She was this world-renowned opera singer who found her place, her presence while she was on the main stage and be
Mhm.
loved by the masses. And then when she got older and struggled to find her voice again, and again you understand why she's having challenges with her voice when you watch the film. It's very hard for her to hold and acknowledge that she was as great as she was, but
Mm.
in aging really found it hard to find her self-worth in the midst of contributing so much. And I think what I really just felt so bad about for her in this film was like the only people who really truly saw
Yeah, that's what I was
her
gonna say. She
but
wasn't surrounded by a lot of
yeah,
support.
oh yeah, but the butler, like her housemaid, those were like really truly people who cared about her
Mhm.
outside of like people she was in a relationship with her husband.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I didn't even know like she was with Aristotle Onassis. My gosh,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
story
yeah,
hasn't ended up.
yeah, it really just showed, like you said, you devote so much to your craft and to have really not that reciprocated, especially in your later years. Really, really sad, and I like what you said, too, about the fragility of who Maria was, and I think Angelina did a great job of showing that, and also, too, she put a lot of work into this, role, too. She, learned how to sing opera. She mentions that is a freeing experience, and just like Maria, she had to find her voice to bring this role to life.
Oh yes, and the only thing I'll say, and this doesn't give it away, is that you actually see Maria's character struggling with just kind of like visual hallucinations. You don't know if she's losing, like being able to recall memory, losing her mind, is struggling with some type of underlying mental health related issues. But there's a lot going on that she was trying to confront and battle. And I just wish it was beautiful, but quite sad. Like I literally
Yeah.
shed tears in this
Yeah.
film. And the one thing that I will say too that I loved is that the way she spoke was like living poetry. Like everything
Mm.
that she said, I literally was just moved by the
Mhm.
simplest of expressions and things that she verbally stated. I was like, oh wow, that was powerful. Ooh, that was jarring. Ooh, that's
Oh,
touching.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and again, Angelina, this role, I think was made for her. I loved it. She did a great job.
Oh yes.
Okay. Oh, our next one up.
Oh,
Love
Love Lies
Lies
Bleeding. My
Bleeding.
goodness. Talk about an erotic thriller. I would call it that.
Yes,
An erotic
yes,
thriller action. My God.
yes,
This was
yes.
one that I didn't necessarily I knew a bit about it going into it. Like again, this is why sometimes you shouldn't watch the trailer or read anything, but gosh, was this a fun film to watch?
Yes, yes, and this was, A24. Yeah, I believe this was an
Yes.
A24 film, and it's from one of my favorite directors, Rose Glass. If people are familiar with
Yes.
her debut film was Saint Maud, one of our favorite
Come
films.
on.
So this is for a second film, this is great. The film stars Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien.
And Katie
Also Jen
O'Brien plays Jackie, right? Yeah,
yes.
Katie O'Brien plays Jackie and Kristen Stewart plays Lou. Yep.
Yes, and we also have, other great actresses in this as well, Jenna Malone.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
so the film follows, as we said, Jackie and Lou. They form a relationship, a lesbian relationship. Lou's a gym manager, and Jackie's up and coming, trying to become a bodybuilder.
Oh, can I say, Mika, did you know this is a fun fact for this film? I wasn't aware of it that Katie O'Brien's character really was like training to be like was doing bodybuilding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I learned. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, so great. I mean, her body and her physique is also his own character in this film. Like the visuals were just amazing in this film. Yeah, and so Lou's character is part of this crime family. So it's interesting to see kind of her dynamic with Jackie as they kind of form a relationship with the backdrop of her family dynamics, and
Ooh,
also
mess.
yes, and then Jackie trying to pursue her career as a bodybuilder. But
Oh yeah.
this was just a marvelous. I loved this movie.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Agreed. I think the dynamic between the two, perfect casting. This is an
mhm,
example where a movie works well because of the casting. I
mhm,
know Katie has stated in an NPR interview segment on It's Been a Minute that she fought to get this part. Like she
mhm,
knew that it was meant for her. Clearly, it
mhm,
was. And she basically highlighted too that the dynamic between the two was on full display in this film. Like there
mhm,
was reasons why Jackie character relied heavily on Lou, and then vice versa in ways
mhm.
that Jackie strengthened Lou. And like I don't know, I feel like this was like a revenge film. This was
It had a lot of stuff going
a
on,
lot
and
going on, but the acting was
oh my
superb.
yeah, that's what I said. It's like A24 again. Like I said, the visuals, as you see the twist this one takes, the twists
Yeah,
and
this
turns.
is messy love,
Oh,
toxic love.
yeah, and to me, Katie O'Brien Ryan really dominates the screen as Jackie. I love Kristen Stewart, and I love to acknowledge her because I think sometimes she doesn't get the praise she deserves. She's a great actress.
100%.
Yes, and oh wait, so Dell said I did see Love Lies Bleeding, amazing film.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Jill.
and Paul said Love Lies Bleeding is awesome. Yes,
Agree.
yes. And Dell says so much I need to see. Oh
Oh
yes,
yeah,
Dell.
Jill.
So check out the ones you haven't seen, and if you do, let us know what you think. But Love Lies Bleeding.
Yeah, Stella.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, our next one. This is one that Kira introduced me to, and I'm so
Oh,
glad she did. And
yes.
that's exhibiting Forgiveness.
Now, this is a film, my gosh. No shade, no tea, you guys, but this is
So
the type of
good.
body of work that I want to see from Tyler Perry. Because you see, this shows that you are capable of giving us just
Ooh,
genuinely
this
thought
this
out
is a gem. This movie is
stories.
a gem.
Such a gem. If you have not seen Exhibiting Forgiveness, run to see this film.
Mhm.
I think it was a sleeper in the sense that it got in last year, of course, but like I don't think enough people are talking about it and enough
Yeah.
people have probably seen this film.
Yeah, it
And
fell kinda under the radar too,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. But give us a synopsis, Mika. Let us know.
Okay, so the film is directed and written by Titus Kaphar. This is his first film, and I believe he's an artist as
Yes,
well.
he's a
Yes, he's
famous painter. Yep.
yes, and the film stars Andre Holland, Audra Day, and Ajanou Ellis Taylor.
Whew.
Great cast.
Yeah.
So the films follows. Okay, do you want to talk about the dynamics of the film? Like,
Well, sure. Yes. So the film follows our main character. He's seeking. He too is a successful.
Tyrell, right?
Yeah, this is why I think that Titus was maybe drawn based off experience in the sense of our title character is a famous painter himself who
Yes.
creates these beautiful works of art. He's married and he has a child of his own,
Mhm.
but he is also tormented. You come to quickly see in terms of there's stories behind the work he's creating, obviously, and then he has these night terrors that he experienced, and then you learn as the film goes on longer that he has this very tumultuous relationship with his father, and you get flashes of kind of what their dynamic looked like during his upbringing when he was a child. And the whole objective of the film is his mother, played by Ajanou, Andra Day is his wife, is trying to get him to forgive his father for his past mistakes, because
Mm.
for her, you can only truly be happy and be at peace when you exhibit forgiveness. You forgive
Mhm.
those who have wronged you. And it's literally this push and pull for her to get him to do that because she has. And it's just been very hard for him to try to, in his words, kind of sweep under the rug these misdeeds that are so wrong. How do I forgive that? Why?
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it really is a masterful discussion about forgiveness, this film, like you said, and kind of what that looks like for each person and how hard it is to forgive. And what it ultimately means is you're not sometimes forgiving the person for what they did. Forgiveness is really about freeing yourself. And the women in his life, they are just the glue to kind of hold him together. And the performances, I loved both the performance.
so, yeah.
Yes, yes, but Audra Day, oh, amazing, and
I'm so
Ajanou.
glad she's getting honestly, I would love to see Andra Day in more films like this. I just
Mhm,
think oh gosh, like even when she's not saying much on screen, she's another actress that I think does extremely well with just conveying so much through her eyes.
mhm,
In this film, she's a musician, and so a lot of it
mhm,
is trying to be supportive to her husband, but then also, which is typical for most women, right? You wanting to support and build up your partner, and also trying to have a voice yourself,
mhm,
and understanding truly what he or she needs to do for themselves in order to
mhm.
truly be at peace. And then Ajanu, my
Oh, she
gosh.
plays Joyce, yes.
Oh my goodness, this woman, I don't care. Like, you can give her the yellow pages,
I
and then
know.
going way back for people who don't know what the yellow pages is, but that speaks to, I don't care what film you put this woman in, it could be about anything, and she is just going to leave you broken in all the good
Oh my
ways.
gosh, so
All the
good.
emotions you feel when this woman is on screen. Wow.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, you're such like I said, I highly recommend people watch this one. I think it really deals with, again, those strained family dynamics, how our
Trauma.
trauma, grief, PTSD, and and having gone through all that, how you can forgive someone in order to move forward with your own life. Because a lot of times we don't realize how much, like you said, your trauma you could hold by not exhibiting that forgiveness. So this is
And
just
And I think it's so layered too in this film because we are
Mhm.
seeing different generations, right? So
Yes,
you
yes.
have his father, how he chooses to parent his son, and again, why also exhibiting forgiveness can allow you to truly show up for your child in the way that you
Mhm,
need to.
mhm. And then with Joyce's character, how her forgiveness freed her and what that looks like for other people. So again, oh, I just love it. Just so
It's
good.
such a good film. It is. Yep.
Okay, so our next one. Ooh, this was one of our Fresh Kills.
Oh my gosh. Now, I'm gonna have to highlight Fresh Kills, you guys. Mika and I are dedicating a whole episode of On Your Radar to Fresh
Oh,
Kills
yes.
because this film definitely fell under the radar,
Mhm.
and
And
this
should have
film
been
should have
and
been
should have been on award should have been on awards list.
oh 100%. Like this film, if you have not seen it, run to see it. And we aren't
Mhm.
just saying that. Like clearly, we don't steer you wrong anyway. But we're gonna break down this film. Every single female performance we are highlighting in this film.
Mhm. Another great
Yes, yes,
cast.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So Fresh Kills is the directorial debut from Jennifer Esposito.
Yes,
So
thank you for
she
gracing us.
wrote it, she directed it, and she starred in it. And
Mhm.
Chef's Kiss. I can't wait. If this is her first feature, I can't wait to see what else she gives us. This is so good. And this is a labor of love for her. So this is a film to get this film financed. She mortgaged her own home to get this film financed. She could not get the backing. That's how passionate she was to get this film made, and I'm so glad it was. But the film, what I love about the film is it focuses on organized crime. It follows a crime family, but it's told through the lens of the women in the family, which is something I've never seen done before,
Right,
especially in
yeah.
that genre of film.
Yeah, Mika, and to kind of piggyback off what you said there, I think it does a really good job of having that focused view from the female perspective of the women in the family. And
Mhm.
what I will say too is you don't see a lot in terms of
Yes,
like
true.
the organized crime, right? It does a
Yep,
really
that's
good
true.
job of you knowing it's there, and
Mhm,
there's scenes in which you see the ripple effect of being a member of this family
mhm.
clearly, but it really does a really good job of keeping that distant but still close.
Mhm, mhm. It follows the daughters of the LaRusso family, so the cast is amazing. So the cast, as we said, stars Jennifer Esposito, who plays the mother Francine.
Mhm.
We have Emily Bader, who plays one of the daughters, Rose, and I would say she's the primary character we're
Oh yeah.
following. And also another great actress. Oh, I didn't even see. Wait, where did I lost my? Wait. I can't forget her because I love her so much. I
Oh yeah, I
gotta.
think I know who you're talking about. Annabella Scarora.
Oh no, Annabella Sciorra plays Christine, the sister-in-law.
Oh, you mean Odessa Azion.
Odessa,
Yeah, yeah,
yes, yes, who also plays the other daughter, Odessa Azian, and
yes,
I hope
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
butchering it.
Yeah, she plays Connie. Come on, Connie.
Connie, yes. Oh,
Connie,
Connie.
girl. Connie was not playing no games.
Well, as we said, the main theme for this movie, I think, is about how we find our voice in a world that we feel like we don't belong to, and how
Really?
when you say so,
Well,
Kira.
you know what I would say? I would kind of challenge that too, in the sense of when we think about the family dynamics, it's clearly two daughters in this family where one is quite fine with
Mhm.
living this lifestyle and
Well,
accepts it
I would say,
wholeheartedly.
yeah, I would say other than Rose, most of the women in the family are agreeable.
Agreed,
Mhm,
agreed. But I think it really does a good job to highlighting among the other women the relationship between the two sisters and
mhm,
how they accept their father's lifestyle.
mhm,
And Rose is challenging that for varied reasons, and then Connie has her reasons of why she accepts it, as
mhm,
well as her mother, played by Jennifer Esposito. Yep.
mhm, mhm, and Esposito has a lot to say with this film. Like I said, there's so many themes in this, like again, family dynamics, finding one's voice in your own family, or finding going against conventional norms of what we're perceived to be, who we're perceived to be, what we were supposed to do, especially when we have our own dreams and aspirations. And this film is just, I just love it. It's so good. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, very layered as well. I think the women really delve deep in terms of all the emotions. One that you go through in terms of a family, but it's compounded by this criminal element.
Which is a
like
huge
betrayal, it's heartbreak, it's excitement, like happiness, longing, and like the women make that as real as possible, the actresses in this film.
And I will say, out of every film I've seen that's focused on organized crime or the mafia, if you would say, I love that it's, like we said, seen through the lens of the women and how that affects them, and what they have to deal with and tackle. I've never seen that done before. And I love the aesthetics of the film. It's based in, I think, the 80s in Staten Island. So I just love it. So I can't wait to see what Jennifer Esposito does next. And I'm so upset that this didn't get the recognition it deserved, because again, I felt that this should have made the awards circuit. So let me see. Dell said, "Yeah, way below the radar. Never heard of Fresh Kills."
Yeah. See? It's the beauty of when we do episodes like this and we put it on someone's radar and we talk about it more, like hopefully it will build momentum and more people will see it.
Yes, and we're gonna, like Kira said, we're gonna do our On Your Radar episode to talk more about it. Hi, Tiana.
Hey, Tiana.
And Tiana says she'll have to add it to her list. Yes, and I think it's available on Amazon if you want to watch it. Amazon has it available to rent, though.
Come on, Amazon. You know you can let that be.
No. You pay for it.
Oh, yes, let's pay for it. Yes, okay.
For me to tell people to pay for it, that means it's highly recommended. Yeah. And then, okay, everyone's just saying hi. Oh, and Tiana said, I love a good mafia movie.
Yes, oh, you will enjoy it, Tiana. I think so. You have to watch it and let us know what you think.
Yes. Okay, so moving along.
I don't even know where we are now.
We're at number 2. We almost at our number 2.
Look at that.
And this again is another one of our faves.
Oh, come on, and I need more people to discuss my girl Thelma.
Come on, Thelma.
Come on, Thelma. Look at that cover.
I know, so badass.
It's one of the best movie covers of the year, and I put all the money on it.
Yes, and we did a whole On Your Radar episode on Thelma, so go back and watch that if you haven't.
Oh my gosh. Can I say, first of all, can we take our hats off to the legend and queen that is June? Hello?
Yes.
94?
Yes.
Gracing our screens still, putting in the work.
Yes. And this is the first time, too, that she's in the leading role scene.
I'm shocked by that. I was so shocked by that.
Oh, I love Thelma. So Thelma is written and directed by Josh Margolin, and it stars, as we said, the fabulous June Squibb. Loved it.
Can I say one thing? Because if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was so amazing that when he thought about this film, he had no other person in mind but June.
Yes.
And he stated that, like, oh my God, she reminded him like of his grandmother. He was like, I have to have her in this film.
Yes.
In that conversation, she had recalled she had recalled in an interview that he kind of explained, like, they had almost like a half an hour conversation. She was like, oh, you know, I don't know how long it was, but I was in. I was like, yes.
Hey, if you can grab June Squibb, that's awesome. So the film follows Thelma Post, who's a 93-year-old grandmother who falls victim to a scam where she loses $10,000. So Thelma, which I love, is someone who's all about the business. So rather than fall victim to the scam, she goes out to seek justice. And what ensues is just some fun mayhem. Because I consider this, I put it in the action category.
It is action. She was getting down with that scooter. Come on. And there was some fight scene. Oh, come on.
Oh, yes. And then her scenes too with the late Richard Roundtree. Oh my God, them two together.
Him has been. Oh my God, Ben and Thelma. Yes, the duo that we didn't know we needed.
Oh yes. And Wait, Dell said,
Bride and prom duo.
yeah, Thelma loved this movie.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, still. Yep.
And then Tiana said Thelma is a badass.
She
Yes, she
is.
is. She
Yes.
is. Yes. And I thought June, she brought so many layers to the character. She was feisty, she was endearing, she didn't let
Vulnerable.
she didn't let her age kind of stop her. I loved how they played with age in this film. A lot of times we can see age as something that's crippling, or when we reach a certain age in society, kind of being put out to pasture, or a lot of people not valuing what you have to offer, what you have to say. And I love how that's addressed in the film, and how Thelma tackles that kind of stereotype a little bit about elders, you know.
Oh yeah, and what they are able to manage independently. I
Mhm.
loved quick note. I loved her grandson in this film, the
Oh
actor who played her
yeah,
grandson,
yeah.
because he actually was respectful in terms of her having her own autonomy. And you even
Mhm.
see like some of the challenges he deals with in terms of like the choices he makes and not
Mhm.
being judged by Thelma,
Oh
right?
yes,
So like
yes.
they had a really great relationship, but I think I can't see any other actress in this role. It's
No.
so powerful how one's portrayal in a film, once you that's how you know they're good. You cannot unsee it, but you also can't see any other person in these title roles.
Mhm.
And she was
Yeah.
just so fun to watch. Like
Oh yes.
we went to go see this live, well, in the theater,
Yeah. This was
collectively with people. We were laughing, we were crying. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that shows the dynamics of how powerful this little film was in so many good ways.
Oh yes, it was so good. And like I said, this movie poster, I think it encompasses it
I need a
all.
scooter. I need
I
a
need a
scooter.
scooter, and I will say that was one of my favorite scenes. There's this scene that takes place in, I guess in a retirement home
And
or
then yes, the retirement home, the nursing
oh
home.
my god, with
Yeah.
the scooters. But yeah, June is just she commands the screen. I just love her. Again, like I said, I love what the film does in tackling aging and what that looks like for various different people, and how for some that's not a handicap. So just so great. And like I said, June was great. Indomitable. Love her.
And come on, June, what you giving us next? We know you
I
got so
know.
many.
I need her in another leading role.
Yes, I believe, like, I can't think of the name. Oh, I'm so upset about it, but I know she is coming out with another film,
Oh,
soon, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I think we're the last one.
Oh, look at
And
that.
of course, and that's great too because the Golden
Respectfully.
respectfully, and the Golden Globes was yesterday.
Come on, Golden Globes, as
And
we should.
if you saw the movie poster for this show, you should already
You know it's
know.
number one. Well, on our list, but number one.
Okay.
Oh,
The
The
Substance.
Substance. Oh, come
Oh, sorry.
on.
Lost
That's
it. The
right, Mika.
Substance.
There we go. There we go. You got it right.
Yes.
Ah, first of all, again, want to go back to the Golden Globes that aired yesterday.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, with such a lengthy career in Hollywood,
Yep,
some
45
people
years.
counted my girl Demi out, down but not
Yes.
defeated.
Yes.
And dare I say, on her way to the Oscars, perhaps bringing home the Oscar award, hopefully. She won the Golden Globe. And if you guys didn't get a chance to bear witness to her speech,
Oh, her speech was great.
please YouTube her speech. My goodness, I'm taking what I took from that too is I know my own self-worth and I don't need
Mhm.
any measuring stick to tell me any
Mhm.
different. Come on,
Mhm.
Demi.
Yeah, and she kinda, emphasized what the theme of the movie was too, realizing your self-worth and not letting others, validate it for you, you know? So
And how hard is that, especially in our society, especially when we are fighting continuously this comparative, right?
oh,
Place that
yeah,
we find ourselves in with regards to competing
social
with
media,
other
yep.
people for various reasons, maintaining one's place as we age in a society that is unforgiving to
Mhm.
the normal aging process.
Especially for women, yep.
Women, come on. And
Mhm.
I have to highlight Mika. No, one thing in this film that angered me the most was Dennis Quaid's character,
Oh my
who
god,
was aging poorly himself, having the nerve to tell Demi, who looked effortlessly beautiful
hello.
in this film, like her character, that she's beyond her prime. We need a
Oh,
fresh new face.
and he needed a fresh new face.
Hello, hello. But Mika, give us the synopsis. How would you describe
Ah,
it?
okay, the substance, ooh.
You
So,
know, yeah, go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, so I would describe this film now. First of all, this was interesting because there's no way that I would take any type of substance in the same capacity that the same capacity in which our characters take the substance is almost just like mailed to you like the most ridiculous or vaguest instructions
Mhm,
ever. And
mhm.
then I'm just supposed to trust that I'm gonna get what I want from this. But we find Demi Moore's character is an aging how would I describe her? Like a
Well,
star,
yeah,
Hollywood
yeah,
star.
yeah, so she plays Elizabeth Sparkle.
Yes, Sparkle. Don't we love that name, Elizabeth
I love
Sparkle?
that name. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And after being fired from her by her producer because she's running this fitness.
You know, that
uh,
reminded me a bit of Jane Fonda.
It did. It gave
Yeah.
me Jane Fonda vibes. Like
This
the
movie ties in a lot of like these little connections, big
uh
connections, honestly, to a lot of films that we enjoy. But yeah,
yeah.
that made me think of like my Jane Fonda days in terms of like workout.
I know it did, and this film plays a lot of homage to a lot of movies. So it was like Jane Fonda's workout videos and hints of The Shining in there.
Vertigo. Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
lot. There's
a lot
Psycho.
of cool
Yeah.
elements. Yeah, but she's fired from that gig because, like you said, the producer they want a fresher face to kind of
Younger face.
younger face to kind of sell this, sell things.
Sex
Uh,
appeal.
yes, sex appeal really is what they're trying to sell. So she's kind of kicked to the curb. And unfortunately, that kind of happens. Like we see sometimes too with Hollywood ageism and kind of reaching a certain age and not, being given roles that you're used to anymore, and people feeling like younger is better. So, like you said, she reverts to being desperate and going to this substance to kind of cure her and make her young again. And we know that
Extreme.
that creates all types of
What I will say without giving too much away, you guys, this did not go the way we
unexpected
thought.
side effects. Yeah,
Yeah,
unexpected.
I just felt like I thought this was gonna look a different way in terms of like once she took this medication, the substance, that it was going to look differently than what it did. And I
Mhm,
was also taken aback with regards to, without giving too much away, how long she let this situation go for as long
mhm,
as she did. And
mhm,
then when it got to a point where I was just like, oh my God, I don't even know how you come back from this, it
mhm,
pushed the envelope 10 more times to the cliff, over the cliff. It was
mhm,
just like the way it started and ended. I was just speechless. Um,
mhm,
but I think again, there's one scene I gotta highlight this scene. And Mika
mhm.
knows what scene it is.
Oh, yeah.
The scene when Demi Moore is just so raw in terms of
Mhm.
that mirror scene. I'm sure people, if you watched the trailer or seen
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about. Now, this woman, gorgeous in
Elizabeth.
my
Woo,
opinion,
city.
right? And just really shows the depth of how self-critical we are. When I say Demi said nothing in this film, but her actions in terms of like the rawness of not liking the image that she sees reflected back in her in the mirror.
Mhm,
And even as us watching it, I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks great. She looks beautiful. That second guessing, that
mhm,
denying what
mhm,
you know to be true, but you really don't know to be true. And
mhm,
it just really was so heartbreaking, like
mhm.
very
Oh,
sad
yeah.
that scene
Yeah.
was.
And how you let others, especially two men, how you let other people's thoughts kinda encompass how you feel about yourself and how they kinda make you feel less than. Um,
But you
that
know
was
what
real
was
that was
ironic
a
though too?
heartbreaking scene.
Oh yeah, but you know what was ironic because you noted men. It was almost like I was hoping that she would actually make it out on that date with this like
Yeah,
guy
oh,
who
yeah,
seemed
because you did have
so
a
genuine, like, and
yeah,
actually it didn't, to me, it was short, but it didn't matter who she was. He just liked her for her, and she couldn't
yeah.
even allow herself to be worthy of that, which I was like, oh
Mhm.
my God.
Or believe that that
I
could be
believe
the
that,
case.
yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, let me see, Dell says, "Hopefully, I'll be seeing a substance soon." Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Theodore.
See you, Dell. Oh, hi, Bonnie. Oh, and see, yes, yes, I agree. Her speech spoke for all the women who have been made to feel less than by men.
Come on, Bonnie.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And then Paul said, "My mom almost grossed out from watching The Substance. Even my reaction was like this emoji." Oh, yeah.
Fitting
I mean,
emoji.
to
Oh,
me,
yeah.
it's a great body horror. The makeup, the effects, I think they were all done so well. But I kind of like that juxtaposition because it does show kind of in society how far you can go, how far to be
You
accepted.
push the envelope.
You push the envelope to reach those societal
heights and what's perfection.
What's perfection, especially in this digital world, this social media world where everyone feels like they have to present them best selves, and again letting others validate who we think we are. The level of themes that this film is touching on is just great. Even like I said, how it exploits the sex symbol culture of Hollywood. There's so many things going on in this film. It's just perfection to me.
And also because the dynamic between the two
Mhm.
characters, like
Mhm.
even like their
Yeah, Margaret
you
also was
don't
great.
see them, of course, interacting with one another, but like when they are actually in the space kind of witnessing what the other is doing, let's just say, even
Mhm.
their own perception and takeaway about like how they view one another is quite
Yes,
interesting.
and feeling also too that they have to be, even though they're one, pitted against the other. That was an
Exactly.
interesting dynamic as well too. And how we also too can have these two sides of ourselves, and
Oh,
can they,
definitely,
and how they
definitely.
coexist. Yeah, Margaret Qualley was also really, really great, and
Oh,
she
she's such
played,
a great
yeah,
actress.
too. And I'm loving what she's been given as well too. Just great performances in this film, and it has to be one of I think our favorite of the year. Just
Oh,
so
yeah.
so good. Yeah,
Oh my
so
God, Tony, come on, bring home that Oscar. We believe
yes,
it.
yes,
We
I would
feel
love
it.
to see it. And again, with this, it's so ironic too with the film too, and her being acknowledged and recognized in later years. I just
Right?
love that in
The
juxtaposition,
duality. Yep.
yeah, to the film. That is so awesome when you think about it.
The
So
timing of it all.
yes. So
Mhm.
yes, I'm keeping fingers crossed for that Oscar. It's so well
I'm
deserved.
claiming it. I'm manifesting it for Demi.
Yes, because again, this is another one where she's not giving you a lot of dialogue, but she's conveying a lot in the
Is that
mannerism.
not when you know you're in the midst of a good actress?
Agree, yeah.
Because again, I remember like many, oh my God, this was so many years ago where I recall watching it was a master class that Jane Fonda did, and she talked about the old school of legitimately going to acting class.
Mhm.
And she said that she automatically, I'm gonna move this along really quick, she was automatically kind of dismissed because she was Peter Fonda's Henry Fonda's daughter, Peter
Mhm.
Fonda's sister. But she said like just acting or holding a glass, there was no dialogue, and she was
Mhm.
able to master that. That shows like acting is not easy, people. Like I
Mhm.
was the world's worst
Oh,
actress.
yeah, and it's
And
not
like
just dialogue, so much of acting is
acting.
what you don't say in those
Yep, you don't say.
mannerisms and what
Yep.
you're conveying. Oh, yes, definitely agree. And Bonnie said, I'm loving all the positive energy around this movie. Yes,
Agreed. Oh
great.
yes.
Yes,
Deserved Emmy. Come
it's
on.
just so awesome. And, did we mention the director? Because the director, Coralie, Farguet,
Oh
love
yeah.
her. So good. Can't wait to see what she gives us next too. This is just great. Yes, so I think you guys, that was our list.
Oh yes, you guys. And again, like we said, we here for a fun time, not a long
I
time.
know we wrapped that up. Well, close to an hour, so that's
Oh,
great.
come on, come through. Like we're trying to keep it nice and get in, get out. But we
Yes.
appreciate everyone who was present in the chat. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
our hope is that people who weren't able to be who weren't able to join us can actually
Mhm,
catch the replay.
mhm.
Please share your thoughts on the films we discussed, and also let us know if you saw it, if you like it, and please give us some recommendations as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because we'd love to hear what you guys have watched and what are some of your standout female performances for the year. Um, Just Moody, everyone have a great night. Have a great night, everyone. And thank you guys, like Kira said, stopping in for the chat. And yes, we'll be back soon with another episode on your radar. So until then, thanks guys.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.